Hi, I'm Sophia, and for my favorite poem, I chose Father Death Blues by Allen Ginsberg. Allen Ginsberg is one of my favorite poets, and he has been since I heard him recite Hell. I really hope that you enjoy learning about this beatnik and listening to his poem, Father Death Blues. Thank you. Father Death Blues by Allen Ginsberg. Hey, Father Death, I'm flying home. Hey, poor man, you're all alone. Hey, old daddy, I know where I'm going. Father Death, don't cry any more. Mama's there beneath the floor. Brother Death, please mind the store. Old Auntie Death, don't hide your bones. Old Uncle Death, I hear your groans. Oh, Sister Death, how sweet your moans. Oh, children deaths, go breathe your breaths. Sobbing breaths will ease your death. Pain is gone, tears take the rest. Genius Death, your art is done. Lover Death, your body's gone. Father Death, I'm coming home. Guru Death, your words are true. Teacher Death, I do thank you for inspiring me to sing this blues. Buddha Death, I wake with you. Dharma Death, your mind is new. Sangha Death will work it through. Suffering is what was born. Ignorance made me forlorn. Tearful truths I cannot scorn. Father, breathe once more farewell. Birth you gave was no thing ill. My heart is still, as time will tell. Thank you. Allen Ginsberg was a part of the Beat generation. This was a name coined by Jack Kerouac in 1948. The Beatniks shared a sense of spiritual exhaustion and diffused feelings of rebellion against what they experienced as the general conformity, hypocrisy, and materialism of the post-war America they lived in. They used marijuana, nitrous oxide, and benzidine to create visions. Allen Ginsberg called it an exalted state of mind. Throughout the 1960s, Ginsberg traveled to South America, Morocco, Europe, and India, where he stayed for 2 years and studied with clergymen, trying to find someone who could teach him a method of meditation to help him bypass his ego and reach spiritual awareness. Ginsberg felt that the poet's only duty was to bring a visionary consciousness of reality to his readers. After Ginsberg's mother, Naomi Ginsberg, died, he wrote Kaddish. It was a sort of eulogy based on a traditional Jewish memorial service for the dead. This was Ginsberg's way of dealing with the painful memories of their life together and the complex feelings that he felt about his mother, who suffered with mental illness her entire life. And then, Ginsberg was suddenly influenced by Jack Kerouac, who inspired him with a manuscript of long jazz poetry called Mexico City Blues. This is interesting to see how maybe it influenced Ginsberg to write Father Death Blues, especially when you consider that Ginsberg's father was a lyric poet. This jazz poetry was almost a tribute to the style that his father wrote in. Father Death Blues to release, like he did through Kaddish, his pain over losing a parent. In the way that blues were created to express the suffering of certain people and the groups of African Americans who suffered, especially during the 1940s. This expressed how death affects all people, and especially Ginsberg and his family. The meaning of Ginsberg's Father Death Blues, distinctly through the use of blues rhythm, seems to convey a tribute to Allen's lyrical poet father. Ginsberg cleansed himself through his art, a sort of catharsis, and tried to depict how life and happiness do continue after the death of loved ones, especially when you have achieved enlightenment, like Ginsberg did through his experience with Zen Buddhism. It's very aching, it's longing, it's melancholy, and overall it's just very passionate. You can feel it through the different rhetorical devices and figurative language that Allen uses. It's very similar to the blues style, especially because by definition, blues show a feeling of melancholy, sadness, or depression. The rhyme, lyrical like his father's poem, seemed to be a eulogy. Now, talking about the figurative language in this poem, one important element is the repetition. Allen's use of repetition shows how death doesn't stop for anyone. It's sort of part of life. This also goes hand in hand with personification of death in the poem. Personification shows how death is a part of life, and it's almost in a part of all of us. And even though these children are being born, death is still happening. and it's almost like reincarnation. And this goes hand in hand with Ginsberg's time that he spent studying Indian religions. Also, another important part is end rhyme. End rhyme gives this poem its rhyme and its rhythm, and it gives it this connotation that's similar to the blues. And all of those things together show how Ginsberg's poem was a tribute to his father and was a coping mechanism to deal with death. Thank you.